Okay, who do I got in Birmingham, Alabama?
Mitch?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jay Kruger in Birmingham. How are you?
Hey, Jay, what's going on?
I'm doing fine. Hey, I kind of like the way you set New York up and then coming to Alabama. At least I had an idea that I needed to start thinking about what I was going to say.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know if you do that, but I like the way you do that. You could actually set me up, and then whoever's coming from you next, from Mississippi or California, something like that. At least you've got an idea where you stand in the queue.
Okay, I'll remember that. I'll try to do that.
Yeah, that was cool. Hey, so anyway, I don't chime in every week. You may remember me or may not remember me. We talk a little songwriting every now and then or something like that. I'll send you a tune, but it's been a while since I've chimed in on all of this.
I remember you.
Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of, I think all of my business, for the most part, from the market crash in 2008 to 2020 has been more of, I just come from a leasing background, and so I got involved with you guys and tried to do some owner financing. I haven't done a ton of it, but I think what you've really helped me out with is just Facebook marketing and stuff like that. And I would say that for the most part, my business is turned me into more of a retirement, but I don't want to retire off of the rental income that I bring in. So I'm always looking for the next thing. The reason I bring all of this up is probably 3 years ago, I would buy a HUD home or something like that I could own or finance and kind of get out of the rental end of it. And they were so readily available to where I would have, in the state of Alabama, as an investor, I would probably have 110 that I could choose from. Today, I might have 10, and that's the state of Alabama. I live in Birmingham, but it's just, it's tougher to find really good deals. There was one that was in the MLS not too long ago that was actually a phenomenal deal, and my MLS just shoots me the information in reference to it's a foreclosure. I pull it up, I take a look at it and see whether it's not even worth pursuing. But I made an offer on this particular property, and all of a sudden there were multiple offers on it, which is not unusual for any piece of property, even back in 2010, 2015. But I think I offered $5,000 or $6,000 more for this property, and I was one of 32 offers, and I've got a feeling most of them were cash. So I know, as a rat or a mouse running around, my cheese has moved a little bit. And with all of that being said, there's a guy in Texas by the name of John Jackson that does some leasing, and coming from a leasing background, I've kind of messed around a little bit with that, but I kind of like some of his stuff. I don't like some of his stuff, and I think the main reason I'm calling you tonight is just to ask you a question that has really nothing to do with him. It's more about your program or his, or just for my own personal value. Is, it's easy for me to go out and put an ad on Facebook or Zillow and try and find a tenant, and I run them through my hotline, which you've got your own hotlines that weeds or sifts and sorts your people for you. And I've got one that's probably a little different than yours that I kind of self-invented, but it was the masterpiece of my business. It was the secret sauce of my business. With all that being said, if I'm looking for sellers today that either I'm trying to purchase their property, and I'm not trying to necessarily wholesale it off, but I'm trying to find a good deal, and that's probably not necessarily what I'm looking for, Mitch. I'm probably looking for more of the $200,000 to $600,000 home, an executive style home, nice home, where I'm going to put somebody that doesn't qualify for a mortgage today, but would qualify for a mortgage 6 months to 10 months down the road, and make a piece of the spread in the middle of all of that. You send out emails that deal with, I guess, probably some Google ads or Facebook ads that you can market, and you've got to pay to market these, where I don't necessarily have to market to find my rental tenant, but I would have to market to find my potential seller. For whatever reason, the markets are extremely hot right now. It's tough to find a deal out there, but there's always a motivated seller out there. So if I wanted to run some Google ads or Facebook ads. I really wanted to get my feet and dabble in something a little different than what I'm dabbling in right now. I've got a feeling you probably have your toes in the water of all of that type of stuff. Do you have any suggestions for me? Does that make sense, what I've just said?
Yeah, well, the thing is we never had any luck with Facebook pay-per-click or a Google pay-per-click or anything. We've tried it. We didn't have any luck with it. We are just cold calling people that have situations, whether they're behind in property taxes or they're behind in their mortgage payment or whatever. That's how we've been doing it, is really just driving for dollars and calling people that I can see have some kind of problem from the courthouse records. And,
yeah, I got you.
So we're not doing any pay-per-click or any social media advertising.
Okay. Well, that was the curiosity that I had, is if you had a brainstorm in that direction, because from my standpoint, unless I want to hire that out and have people go make those phone calls for me, I'm not going to make those phone calls. It's just, I can sound like an extrovert on the phone, but I'm not. I'm more of an introvert. So to sit there and make those phone calls, I know that's not going to be something that I'm going to be able to do. In to deal with HUD or.
I know some companies that'll train and do the people and call your leads, help you generate the list. And they have call people that I've heard are pretty damn good. They're highly trained. They have certain scripts and they know how to talk, and they'll do it for you.
I've got a feeling. I really, just to interrupt you, I've got a feeling after they figure out that this is somebody that sounds good or something like that I've still got to get on the phone and probably go convert it after that. And I don't know that that's what I'm trying to do. I know I'm not going to want to make that phone call to convert it after they send me whatever they think is the goose that's laying the golden egg. I know that's not, if it's my Saturday or Sunday afternoon or my evening, or
you're looking for an acquisition manager.
Whenever the hell it is, I'm not going to want to make that phone call.
So you're looking for an acquisition manager. You're looking for someone.
Maybe so. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the piece of this puzzle is, because, if I've got a property that's for rent, or even if it was one that was for sale by owner, if I run an ad or try and sift and sort these people through my, my voicemail, my hotline message, I guess would be the right word. If I sift and sort them through that, I won't, it can be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. My goal is to make them all hang up. And the one that can't hang up, that leaves me a message and says, Jay, I'm interested in this. I meet your qualification. That's who I really want to talk to. I'm really into marketing and sifting and sorting. And it's tough to find it, to go find the seller right now. It's tough to find it to go find somebody that maybe they can't sell their home for whatever reason. And this market's so hot right now, it's tough to go find that right now. I just thought I'd just pick your brain for a second. I didn't know that you would have an answer or not have an answer for me. And that's not to say that you didn't give me good advice on that. I don't think that's necessarily what I was looking for.
Then I think you're looking for an acquisition.
What you've given me, and no ill will against what you just said to me.
Yeah, I think so. What do you want? You want someone to acquire houses for you, is what it sounds like you want, right?
I really want a system to go acquire houses for me. I want to put a billboard up that says wanted, executive style homes, 200 to 600,000, full price paid, hotline message and a phone number. And I want them to call, and then I want them to get 3 or 4 minutes to me talking about exactly what I'm trying to do, and that there are people out there that have had their credit destroyed by COVID and whatever, they've gone through a divorce or they've got another house to sell, and for whatever reason the credit bureaus have screwed their credit up, and they need 6 months to 10 months to go ahead and straighten some shit out. And after that they're good to go, but they've got some significant money of $10,000, $20,000, $25,000 they can put down. They feel good that they're going to be able to do all of this. I want to find that seller is what I want to find, but I don't want to necessarily be making a lot or trying to sell this like I'm trying to sell it to you right now over the phone. I want to figure out, is there a way that I can sell this through signage? Is there a way I can sell it through, really, Mitch, I want to sell it through Google ads, or I want to sell it through Facebook ads, and I'm willing to pay $2 an ad, $3 or $4 an ad a pop to figure out how to do it. And that's my question to you is there a way to do that? I feel like I could put it on a billboard. I feel like I could put it on a bootleg sign, and then get them in there and have it sift and sort. You've done enough sifting and sorting of rental tenants or your future home buyers for your home down the road. Is there a way that you sift and sort potential sellers out there? And I don't know that there's a really good answer right there. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there a way to do that?
Well, I've just done it by
And there may not be.
I haven't heard of anything, but the only way I've been able to do it, or we've been able to do it, was just to put people between us and the general public and make them do it for me. You know what I mean? So I don't know of any automated way myself.
Okay. Well, I think I probably would just be beating a dead horse with you the rest of to continue on with you after that. That's kind of what I'm looking for.
I wish we had a better answer for you.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all good. I'm trying to figure that part of it out. I think if I figure it out, it's a nice goose that lays a golden egg. And if it doesn't, Amazon figured out how to do it from a standpoint of, let's sell a book, and somebody's going to call and they're going to click on something, and it'd be really nice if nobody even has to put that book in a box and it just goes out the door. But that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out, is how automated can you get it? I know when I find somebody wants to rent my property, I pre-screened them pretty hard. They can't get to me. If they got major problems, they're not going to be able to lease from me. And I pretty much told them what the issues are. The property's available now. If they need it 6 months from now, it's not going to work for them. If they've had a bankruptcy, I can probably work with them. If they've had an eviction, I can't work with them. It just screams very, very hard for me. And the ones that I cannot meet my qualification, or 3 or 4 times the monthly rent, or 3 times the monthly the mortgage payment of whatever it would be if I was the owner that was financing the property, I don't want to talk to them. The ones that do meet my qualifications and do have a down payment, I want to talk to them. At that stage, I want it to sift and sort as hard as it can sift and sort for me. But you got all sorts of driving for dollars, or wholesaling, and all sorts of other options of we buy ugly houses and that type of stuff. I'm just trying to figure out. I had a goose that laid a golden egg for me from 2008 to 2020 when COVID hit. And it's a lot tougher to find these houses out there. It's not to say I can't go around and drive for dollars or do something else. I did well during this time period of 10 years, and I'm trying to figure out, if I want to turn this faucet on and make $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 in a month, I want to be able to turn a faucet on and make it happen. It was simple to do it for the last 10 years of my life. You've been a piece to that puzzle to help me kind of do some of that. But that faucet has kind of dried up a little bit for me. And maybe you guys are just wearing it out in Texas, and you're finding these deals a dime a dozen out there. I find that hard to believe, but
no, we upped our resolve. We upped our resolve. We started working harder. You want to work less.
Yeah, well, I would think you probably have to work very hard right now. If you want to find deals, you're going to have to work your butt off to go find these deals. And I'll be honest with you, buddy, I don't have kids. I'm married, but I don't have kids. I'm not looking to work harder right now. I'm looking to, I don't know if smart is the right word. I'm just trying to figure out if there's another mousetrap out there. I'd like to be involved with it to try and figure out what it is. And, I was prepared for this one when it hit in 2008. It's turned out very nice for me for the last 10 years, but it's just tougher to find this stuff. And I did very well during all of this. I had friends, their kids would call me and they want to know what the hell I was doing when all of this was going on. It's tougher to find stuff these days, without really busting your ass. Hey, dude, I'm older, man. I went through COVID and all of this. With all of this, I'm not looking to work harder. You're on the phone on a Tuesday night. You know, God bless you for doing it. But I don't want to be on a phone on a Tuesday night. I'm sitting here talking to you, and I might talk to you once every 6 months. I got better things to do on a Tuesday night.
I hear you.
Personally,
I hear you.
you know, it's not what I want to do. But I'm looking to try and figure out what is the next piece to my puzzle, and I don't know exactly what it is, other than I like it when they're coming to me, and I'm the doctor, and I'm going to come up with their solution instead of me going to them and their house that's driving for dollars. And hey, you know, your grass hadn't been cut. What do you want to do with your house? I'm not looking to do that. That's not what I'm not looking to go hire somebody to go do that and babysit them either. It's just not what I want to do.
I hear you. I wish I had a better answer for you.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you for your time and wish you all the best.
All right. Bye-bye.